Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Wrassle Recap. My name is Chris.
My name is Vincent, and we got a lot to recap today. Today is a recap day. They knew we were going to do this today. They knew.
We got lucky. Usually we record these things, then like a day after, if even, then that's when the news comes out. But we got lucky today. They dropped a big piece of news right on us about a couple hours ago. Not us specifically, but in general. The WWE TNA partnership. You can talk about
Well,
it. I didn't read too much into it.
me either, really. It just kind of said they were partners now. Like NXT and TNA are going to be working together, which they have been doing already. So it's basically been being done, except now it's set in stone.
The difference is now it's a more long-term thing.
Exactly. Now it's going to be official, and I think that's cool. I think that's cool. But obviously, it means that TNA is not going to. They obviously don't see themselves as a big dog. You know what I mean?
Well, the way that it was worded, the deal, you can tell they don't see themselves as big dog. It's basically just, from what I read, what I skimmed through, it basically said TNA gets the privilege of working with these bigger names, learning,
Bigger names on NXT.
yeah, learning from these more experienced people, using the performance center and all that, and then TNA gets the privilege of sometimes having NXT stars there, and then vice versa.
They get the performance there. That's pretty good. That's a win for TNA.
I guess, yeah.
But I think
But
that it's like I said. I thought it was already happening, but now it's
it
happening
was.
more happening.
If I had to guess, what happened is what the initial one was just a test run. This is now a more long-term, multiple-year thing.
Yeah. So you're gonna be seeing more Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's probably gonna be in the Rumble. Just expect that to happen.
I'm happy about it if he is.
Joe Hendry, maybe even Dolph Ziggler will be there.
I don't know about him. He might
He's
not.
already he's a known guy, right? So, but he'll appear under the name Nick Nemeth, probably,
And then now no one understands. Everyone's
and no one
confused.
understands. Everyone's be like, "What? Who? Who?"
That's
It's
not
gonna be like
very,
if AJ Styles music hit and no one knew who he was. That's how that would be.
man. It's kind of like if Seth Rollins showed up but his name was Tyler Black, and you're like, what do you mean Tyler Black? He's Seth Rollins.
No one remembers Taylor Black anymore. They feel like Seth Rollins. No, they remember him as Becky Lynch, Becky Lynch's date, and so they remember.
I saw that. That was wrong. That
That's
was
so
not.
rough. Yeah,
That was brutal.
yeah.
But yeah, this is, I guess, a very beneficial deal for them. Really depends on how it goes going forward. Knowing Triple H and I don't really know who's in charge of TNA, but knowing him, I don't think he's going to go out of his way to make anyone look bad. So they're not going to worry about that. Can only
And
really be beneficial.
Jordan Grace is probably happy right now.
I'm surprised they're not signing the paperwork trying to just poach her over.
But yeah, how is it gonna get awkward now if they try and sign someone from TNA, or is it just gonna be like, oh, okay, you're going to the sister company or whatever? It's fine.
I think it really depends on how it happens.
If it happens well, okay, yeah, it does depend. Poaching is one thing. That's one thing.
This is really just a whole big scouting thing. Really is what this could be.
In your town stolen at this point.
Because no one's making the jump to TNA full time.
Let's think about it. They're just fucking training your talent. They're like, here you go, you can do this. We'll give you some exposure. And then they're gonna be like, yoink, give me that.
Yeah, you're
Yoink, give me that.
exposing.
Yoink,
Yeah.
give me that.
I mean, I don't. I think AJ Francis is safe over there. I don't think you got to worry about losing.
His match with Brandon Does Everything was pretty good. Brandon Does Everything. He gave a shout out to Brandon Does Everything for wrestling a match. Very good.
I can't speak to it. I haven't seen it.
I was gonna send it to you, but I didn't send it to
But that explains a lot.
you. I decided not to send it to you.
Okay. I don't know how to feel about that. I'll think about it later.
Okay.
I might cry about it a little later, but that's you don't gotta know about that. You don't gotta worry about it.
There's some cool music over it. So I was like, ooh, that's pretty cool. But I was like, nah, I'm just gonna save it for myself. I'm a little selfish today.
Or you're gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping the Brandon Does Everything matches. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, who? Yeah, okay. We're not gonna get in that debate. Okay.
I'm gonna start gatekeeping Dank Ops matches. That's what I'm gonna do.
I was gonna bring up Danker. Yeah.
No, I already immediately I prefer Brandon does everything.
Why? What's the point?
Brandon Does Everything will not make the same video saying that he's not doing wrestling content anymore for a while, just to go
Or
back
now
to
you're
it.
just airing out your drama with
It's,
Chris Tanker.
no, that's not. Listen, you brought it up once. I'm saying that's why I prefer Brandon Does Everything.
Okay, you know what he just prefers. It's fine. I like Tank Ops. I think that him doing other stuff is cool, especially when he like live streams. Okay, so Tank Ops cool in my book.
Yeah, it's cool until he goes back on it, and then he's like, "All right, never mind," and then he does the same thing the next year, and it's just a vicious cycle of doing the same video over and over again.
All due respect, I don't really watch much wrestling content, so I could give a shit.
All right, whatever.
Yeah,
Anyway, I forgot what this has to do with WWE and TNA, but it's a good thing. It's all I had to say about that.
yeah.
You
And
claimed you had
basically,
ideas of things to talk about for it. I don't
yeah,
know
but
if
I
you
had
already.
to fucking look. I had a segue in the beginning to go to something else, but your segue was a little better than mine.
What
Well,
was
we
the
were talking
second?
about Corey Graves. We were talking about Corey Graves.
Oh yeah, that. You know, yeah, they won with the TNA partnership, but they're depending on the scorecard situation, they might be losing a little bit. Corey Graves looks to be legitimately upset with WWE at the moment.
What if he goes to TNA and wrestles in TNA, or what if he goes there and commentates in TNA?
And that's a loss for us.
How? How's it lost for us?
He's a good commentator. What do you mean that was a loss?
Well, if he look, it's a game for TNA, right? Like it's a game. We'll see him wrestle as well.
I I don't think he wants to wrestle.
I mean, I think he wants to wrestle if that's what you're saying, but I think he just can't wrestle.
I'm really confused on the situation. Okay, because what happens is Monday night he tweets out that tweet
I
voicing
have a
his
lot to say,
supporters.
and I'm gonna be on NXT.
No, not even that. We'll get there, but not that.
Okay,
Says, imagine, you can't wrestle anymore. You're working your ass off, then you become a commentator, do good there, whatever. And then they tell you we're replacing you with someone more famous. That's what the tweet said. And then
that's what happened to him. That's what happened.
I was like, oh, that's really weird. Why is he just going out here voicing his frustrations like that? Then the next day he says, I got a lot to say on NXT, tune in. And then a few hours later, he's not going to be there. He's going home.
He's going exactly, exactly, and that confused me as well, and it confused all of all the media outlets as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, if Dave Meltzer's to be believed, he's saying,
It's definitely a work.
no, he's saying
Yeah,
it looked
this is
like
a
an
work
attempt to get
for
fired.
sure.
And if
Yeah,
it's an attempt to get fired, it's not going to work, he says. I don't know why it wouldn't work.
I just don't fucking trust Meltzer. Like when it comes to this shit, so I just kind of look past it. You know what I mean? Like if he's like, "Oh, it's definitely a work," you see here. I'm like, he has no fucking idea what he's talking about, and he's just guessing. So
Me neither, but I feel like it's one thing it possibly could be that he's trying to get fired, and I think it's worth bringing up this time.
you look at people who are more right than wrong. You look at Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful, and they're saying it's not a work.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it's a work. If it turns out to be a work, because Fightful has been wrong a couple times, then so be it. You know what I mean? Like then we'll see. But as far as we're left in the dark right now.
I'll say if you think it's a work and it turns out to be wrong, you're not really to blame because Corey Graves is teasing that he's going to go on NXT and start saying this stuff. So you're not wrong to think it
Maybe
wouldn't.
that definitely seems like something that you'd say if you're not going to appear on NXT and then get fired because of it or whatever, get
If
into
that wasn't
trouble.
kayfabe, then what was going to happen is he was going to go on there, start shooting, and hope that Triple H didn't notice the tweet.
Well, he knew that they noticed the tweet and then pull him. That's what he knew. If that was the case,
Maybe, but look, Corey Graves is 40 years old. Okay, I don't think he wants to wrestle.
I mean, a lot of people want to wrestle when they're like, look at Goldberg. You know what I mean?
If Corey Graves really wanted it, he would have been trying to get back to it a lot sooner.
You know what? There you go. Goldberg's last match is going to be against Corey Graves.
Why would you put that out there in the ethos?
It's
Why
in
would
the
you do
world.
it?
You're gonna have to live with it.
Why would you even put that out there like that?
I mean, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? It's just I make the rules.
Goldberg's last match should be with Ric Flair, just so that it's gonna be horrible to watch, but just so they could both say they had their last match, and then we get it out of the way in one match, do it in one shot.
It's gonna be Goldberg versus the world. Pay-per-view live from Saudi Arabia.
I want to see Goldberg
Gauntlet
versus.
match. Everyone versus Goldberg.
I want to see Goldberg versus a titanium door headbutts only match.
Sure.
That's what I want to see.
He'll be bleeding. He'll have CTE. He'll have he'll be dead. Honestly, he'll be dead.
That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to see. Not him dying. I want to see him versus the titanium door.
Him versus titanium door. It's just the guy in a titanium door costume.
Even better.
Yes. On 2K25.
Like man, this dude Goldberg showed up, got cooked by Gunther. Just go home. You know what I mean?
Now it's gonna be Gunther versus Goldberg. Look, you want to see Goldberg wrestle a match? I mean, there's no
No,
like official
no.
announcement for it.
I'm a happy person. I don't want to see that. No,
All right, me too. I don't want to see that either, and I hate that he keeps bringing up that he needs a last match.
he doesn't.
He had his farewell. He looked like a superhero, and go home because that's what superheroes do when they're done.
This is a man that uses backstage politics to become Universal Champion 2 times, and in the
Yeah,
process
it shouldn't have
burying
happened.
2 people.
Should not have happened.
So I don't want to see anything more from him. No,
Well, fair enough. But somebody I do want to see more from is Malachi Black.
I do also. I look forward to him potentially coming to WWE.
Yeah, Malachi Black, he's the man, but no one knows that because they haven't seen him be the man in like a few years. So
He's another one that's confusing his situation. He went over to AEW. He's been in and out, kind of inconsistently wrestling. But then there's the reports that came out earlier. People are making it sound like he's hard to work with. He doesn't get along with Tony Khan. I don't know what that's all about.
it's very confusing when reports come out and then he denies the reports.
Yeah, it's true.
And then
It,
he's again going to leave. But that's not being denied.
I want to make it clear, though, I don't put too much salt in reports of people being hard to work with in AEW. Because if we learned anything from CM Punk, it's just because that's just a difficult place to work.
It seems like a pretty yeah, difficult place to work. You got Ray Phoenix out here talking about whatever. So obviously it's not all
Yeah,
sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, Ray Phoenix coming out here sounding like he's been locked in a medieval dungeon and being tortured for 7 years, talking about how it's inhumane over here and I'm being tortured. I want to know what's going on.
It's like I feel like there might be two halves to this locker room. Like so the part that's happy and the part that's not happy.
Well, it's the elite and their friends, and then the other half.
I didn't want to say it, but that's what I was thinking. Like if you picture that in your head, you're gonna see the elite, and then if you picture that in your head, you're gonna see the other half that's just not being used.
And by the way, to have Malachi Black on your roster and to be sticking him in the 6-man tag division and never giving him a proper singles run after like the first year, that's absolutely criminal.
Like I like him. He was being pushed at first, and then the decline was crazy.
He fell off hard. That was rough.
He fell off. It needs to be studied, really.
Thank God Triple H, will probably use him like the star he is when he goes back.
No man is ever truly good. No man is
Great,
ever truly evil.
great theme
They make a
song.
remix of that. It's gonna be horrible.
I don't want him to get Def Rebel.
Malachi Black, and it's gonna be like the worst song you've ever heard in your life.
That's every Def Rebel song.
Black Mass, and it's gonna hit.
I don't know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be something stupid in the beginning, followed by the
Welcome to
worst
the
dubstep
House of
you ever
Black.
heard. He
And,
can't use House of Black.
whatever the fuck his slogan's gonna be. He might just join the fucking the Harlan. What's his
The
name?
what?
Uncle Howdy. Yeah.
I don't think he's getting involved in that. I don't want him involved in that.
I mean, I can see it, like, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
That group, I like that group, but they scream, "We don't know what we're doing with them right now." So
Man,
I
it
don't
started
want
off
him.
so well, man.
I don't want them. They murdered half a locker room, by the way, and they haven't done anything
Chad
about
Gabe.
it. Somehow he lived.
We don't want to bring that one up again.
Yeah, well, we learned our lesson on that one.
No, he's alive. He's good.
Live and well, very healthy.
Yeah, his demise was greatly exaggerated. All right.
Yeah, well, YouTube knows that very well, apparently.
Yeah, apparently so. Anyway, Royal Rumble's coming up. Who you got?
Who do I got? Um, I think John Cena makes the most sense here.
Yeah, me too. I think so far we got John Cena winning this whole thing. Now, obviously,
John,
there could be like some throw-ins here that might be CM Punk for one. Is a close contender.
he's a close second that I'd happily accept. But I think if the reports of Cody and Cena are true, then I think him winning makes the most sense.
Yeah, honestly, I think Punk. It's not his time yet, unfortunately.
Punk, Punk should win.
Man, it's fucking ridiculous if you don't win though. If you don't win, it kind of sucks.
Punk should. I don't know. Who does he go up against?
Man, if you keep seeing that sign that he doesn't fucking win, that's so disappointing. But you know what's gonna happen? He's just gonna get thrown over the top rope by somebody he doesn't like and then fight him. So it is what it is.
Who is? I'm trying to remember now. It's not Cody. I mean, is it, there? Can you do Punk versus Gunther?
I mean, depends. Look, a lot can change by WrestleMania. So
Okay, really. The real question is, should you do Punk versus Gunther?
no, I
Because
don't think so. I don't see it happening.
Punk versus Cody, I don't know if that's really the direction you go in.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think they do Punk and Rollins, right?
I wouldn't do it again.
Well, then who the fuck are they gonna do?
I really don't know. Because really, it's him and McIntyre and Rollins is
And it
what it.
already happened. Yeah,
I don't. I'm sure they'll figure it out. I just don't know who at the moment.
maybe he wins the elimination chamber
Maybe that's how Malachi Black debuts. Who knows?
in the Rumble,
No, it's the Elimination Chamber. Punk's about to win. He's going up against somebody.
and he
Maybe it's
rolls
him and
out.
Gunther for the title or whatever.
Malachi
And
Black rolls out from under the ring through the little hole in the ring, and then hits him with the kick.
yeah, he hits him with the black mass, and then he costs him the match, and Gunther retains.
And there's smoke around Malachi.
No, don't make it look stupid. Just like
Make it look dumb.
remember WrestleMania 26 build when Shawn cost Undertaker.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do it like that.
Do it like that. Yeah, yeah,
Don't
you got
do
a
it
point. You
stupid.
got a point.
I don't know what the reason is. You can make up some nonsense reason, but whatever.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's no reason for that.
Yeah, very well could. You know, it can be
I've
something
been
that's
in, I've been at home as you've been terrorizing AEW, and I've been at home as you've been terrorizing WWE.
something as simple as we worked together once in a different company,
And I
and
didn't see you very often.
because of your drama, my life became a living hell. Make it sound like him versus the Elite somehow caused Malachi and the House of Black a great deal of drama. I don't know.
Spot. You ruined my life.
Yeah, every CM Punk feud, you
You
ruined my
choked
life.
Charlie Boy a little bit. Ruined my life, man.
Every CM Punk feud is you ruined my life, and CM Punk goes, "I've done absolutely nothing to you. I don't even know who you are."
You know when you were handing out those ice cream bars at your return? You didn't give one to me, pal.
Yeah, you put a nut in mine. I didn't appreciate.
Yeah, I'm allergic to nuts.
I think you knew it, buddy.
You
Swear
wanted to
that
see me die.
you tried to murder me.
Yeah, with an ice cream bar.
I'll see you at WrestleMania, Punk.
Yeah,
I take it.
but it's only revealed after he kicks him in the head.
Yeah, he kicks him and then he drops one singular peanut on his body.
See, it's what we're talking about. We're the best creative team in the world.
This only goes well, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about, really. Oh, yeah, Bad Bunny might return to the WWE very soon.
I
Because
wasn't on
Triple H
board.
said he listened to his album, which he did not do. But that's fine.
That's a lie. That is a lie.
Yeah, he
If he
said, I
listened
loved
to it,
all the songs.
if he listened to it, he had it on the background while doing something else. That somebody asked him, he didn't want to sound old, so he said, "Oh, this is great."
That Bunny guy? It's the Bunny guy. Oh, I know him. I love him. He's great.
I wasn't on board with Bad Bunny coming back until he said, I don't feel like I sacrificed my body enough last time. I want to do more. And him willing to die in the ring, I'm invested now.
Really has you thinking, like, what's he gonna do?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, what could he do more that will be more extreme, I suppose,
He let himself get hit by a bus. He's cool like that.
and then fucking stand up afterwards and fucking win his match. Yeah,
He can be WWE's Darby Allin.
he could be. Look, imagine he goes through a whole run. That'd be crazy.
I love
We might lose John Cena, but we got Bad Bunny at least.
Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania is going to be something else.
John Cena and Bad Bunny might go crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't waste a John
In Puerto
Cena match
Rico,
on.
that'd be so good.
I mean this in the nicest way possible. I would not waste a John Cena match this year on a celebrity.
Well, they're fucking doing it with Logan Paul, so I mean, might as well.
They are not doing it. It's going to be him versus Cody at Mania. They cannot be dumb enough to do it with Logan Paul.
They're gonna fucking do it with Logan Paul. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna happen because it's one of the matches he's gonna be scheduled for.
If John Cena's last WrestleMania match is against Logan Paul, I am taking another 4-year sabbatical.
Sure. Well, I mean, who do you want to see John Cena face for his last match?
His last match in December?
No, all of his match. Like, just name some opponents for that you want to see him fight.
Well, Cody, obviously.
Yeah, I
Uh,
want to see him fight Cody at WrestleMania.
I want one more Punk match. I don't know why it would happen, but I want one more Punk match.
Me
This is
too.
my top 5, by the way. So Cody, Punk. I want him versus Gunther. I want him versus. You know what? Run back him and AJ Styles just one more time.
That's what I
Why
was
not?
waiting for. That's what I was waiting for.
Run that back. Those matches were generational classics. Run it back one
Yeah,
more time.
exactly.
And then you know what? Malachi Black, he comes into the company, and then you give him the last match with John Cena to really put him over.
I'm not really into Penta that much, but him against Ray Phoenix would go crazy. It's not gonna happen. I'm just saying.
I don't think he can physically keep up with Ray Phoenix at the age he's at.
Probably not, but it would be funny to see him try and chase him.
I don't think it's gonna be him getting winded in like the first 6 minutes.
Probably. Here's what it is. Either way,
What
AJ
about you?
Styles was the name I was thinking of. And then obviously Gunther, because his dad wants to see him fight Gunther. He said, I think he's got to fight Gunther. That's the best wrestler in the world. I say, that's true. See his dad?
Thank you, Cena Stan.
Yeah,
Very, very wise.
exactly.
What about
Yeah, I'm
you?
not
Do you
sure who
have?
else I want to see him fight, but yeah.
I mean, like you got plenty of options. That's a big roster over there.
It's a big roster, but there's only certain people that got pushed.
Him versus McIntyre would be a whole lot of fun.
Oh, that's a name. I wasn't really thinking about McIntyre. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a match I'd love to see at SummerSlam. Him versus McIntyre.
Exactly. That'd be cool for a big show.
Their promos alone would absolutely cook.
Oh my god, bro! You don't get me started on Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's promo skills have improved drastically.
Heel Drew McIntyre talking to John Cena. That's a great promo right there. That's what you want.
And John Cena is disrespectful enough to keep up with.
He'll ruin his entire life.
I mean, in real life, he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
And he doesn't
I,
have that heavy of a Boston accent.
I mean, I can easily tell you like 5 people I don't want to see John Cena go up against in his farewell.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Logan Paul, number one. You know, I think
Oba
that's.
Femi versus fucking John Cena?
Well, I'd want to see that. That sounds great.
Yo, that's so good.
I do not want to see John Cena versus Jey Uso. That's a waste of a match. Do not do that.
It's gonna happen.
It's a waste of a match. It's
Two
unnecessary.
people that have a giant fanfare, it's gonna happen.
They are not on the same level. We are not pushing the agenda that they are on the same level.
They're on the same level at this point.
We're not doing this today.
You've seen the people with their hands in the sky going to eat, so
I don't want to see that. Okay, that's bad.
Sami Zayn versus John Cena ran back. That's a good one.
I'd love to see that run back. No, you can run back Kevin Owens too if you want. I wouldn't be mad.
I was thinking about that, but I was like, I'm not really sure if I care.
They had
Randy
great
Orton, you have to run back Randy. You have to run back
No,
Randy.
okay, listen. I understand for the nostalgia, but once that match is happening, you will not want it anymore.
Obviously, but you have to do it.
You don't.
You're putting it in the not category then?
I'm putting in the not because yes, nostalgia wise, listen, nostalgia wise, yeah, great. when the match actually starts and you're in 5 minutes and you realize what you've just done to yourself, you're not gonna want it anymore.
It's fair. That is fair. You know what? I agree with you, but I still want to see it.
I didn't even want to see it in 2014. Okay, I don't want to see it 10 years later.
But what if John Cena fights Stone Cold at WrestleMania?
The problem is with John Cena now is that he kind of needs somebody to mask the fact that he's not in the same condition he once was.
Right.
He cannot be doing that for Stone Cold, who was in even less ring condition.
That's it. Damian Priest.
That'd be fine. I'd be fine with it. I don't know what
Hell
the
yeah.
reason is. I don't want a John Cena Judgment Day feud.
Well, he's not in Judgment Day.
I don't want to see John Cena versus Judgment Day. That's bad.
The whole Judgment Day. No, Carlito and John Cena though.
That's a one-off at a house show, is what that
Kurt
is.
Angle and not Kurt Angle. Jack Gable and John Cena.
Okay, well, yeah.
Mini
It's
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle, but different, yes.
Yeah. Jack Gable, the Kurt Angle of the now. Yeah.
Unless you're gonna let Chad Gable win that one, I don't think so.
Well, he's okay. I feel like he's going to win that one.
I don't know that
Whether
for
it be by definitive means or not, doesn't matter. Otis, man. Otis. That's the
I do
guy.
not want that actually.
Otis versus John Cena? That's the
No,
funniest
thank
match
you.
you're ever going to see.
No, thank you.
Come on, man.
That's a fun backstage segment that is not a match I'm trying to watch.
Yeah, you're an Otis hater. You're one of those, huh?
I respect Otis.
Where did this Otis hatred come from?
There's no hatred. I'm just saying. I don't want that match.
I might have to quit the podcast. I'm not gonna lie.
You might have to.
I might have to after
Okay,
hearing
look,
these words.
I'm
I
gonna win
don't
you back.
want to. I don't want to see John Cena. Otis. Like who
I'll
says
win
that?
you back. Hold on, now let me win you back here. I want John Cena versus Rey Mysterio one more time. I want Rey Mysterio to get a win back for what he did to him in
I'm gonna put
2011.
that in that list. I'm gonna put that
You
in
don't
that.
want to see Rey Mysterio get his win back from 2011?
Nah. Yeah, it's
The
fair. You
great.
know, it was forever ago. What you can do? You know.
I know that's a horrible memory you have as a child. Rey Mysterio winning the title just for John Cena to show up and say, "Hey, loser, face me for that title tonight."
Oh,
And he
you
was
don't
like,
know how happy I was to watch it on my taped TV show and have it happen. It was so unhappy, man. I was so upset.
"Yeah, that was the biggest heel thing he's ever done," and you know it.
Yeah, that was confusing in my when I was a kid, and it's confusing now, to be honest.
Man,
But yeah, I don't think I want to see that match.
okay, fine. If not him, you know what? Ilya Dragunov. That match. I want that match.
Yeah, it should be good. I mean, like, what you can do? I mean, it's Ilya Dragunov. He's gonna put on a good match.
No, you could list opponents all you want, but there's a lot. Let us know who you want to see in the comments below.
Yeah, we listed about 50 opponents.
We did pretty much the entire roster and with our thoughts, I guess. Let us know in the comments. We'll talk about it next week. Yeah, we'll go through the comments. We'll see who you put and if we agree with you.
Yeah, just put a name in the comment below, and we'll know what it means.
Yeah, you can put it in the comments below. And when you say, Dominic Mysterio, I can tell you no.
You're gonna get blocked.
Yeah. But anyway, that's it. I guess. Don't want to run it too long here. Do the outro, I feel like.
Nah, that's your outro, man.
My outro.
We gotta do the outro.
All right. Well, in that case, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Wrassle Recap. Be sure to catch us here next week around same time. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Follow us on all social medias, podcasting platforms. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.